whole other part. Unless I were to. So, in any case, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to another Sunday morning coffee. Today is Sunday, February 17th, 2019, and it's the first time I am attempting to stream on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time. So this is a little different for me right now. So let me pardon my mess here because there's Facebook at the same time. So this let me see here. So let me pause the video here and let me pop out the chat. So I'm trying to if you thought I had a bunch of windows going before, I've got a ton of them happening right now. Hey, Coach, what's up, bro? We got Coach and Earth in there, man. How you doing? Hey, what's up, Chase? We got a few of you guys in here, so this is good. I don't know what to do here. Let me see. I guess maybe now I have it set to look at. Now I've got, I've got screen sharing going in a few places here. So let me attempt to show you guys what I'm doing here. Let me share my whole desktop at a huge risk here. So on my end, this is just showing going into Affinity here, as you guys can see on YouTube. But over here, if you can see my cursor, this is the window that Facebook can see, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so Facebook can see this window. So I'm trying it, which is going to be seriously delayed. So I don't know whether I need to figure out another solution is what I need to do. I think they can hear the audio live, but what they're seeing is going to be completely different. So let me stop presenting here on YouTube so that kills all this infinite loop thing that's happening. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's see here. So, but I am having my coffee. Got my coffee. I'm already down to here. I thought of this, and it took a little while to set it up, getting it going to at least where it's at. Yeah, it's seriously delayed. It's still showing all that other stuff. So this is a trip, man. I have not done this before, so this is kind of crazy here. So let me see here. All right, so let me pop up my comments here from oh, I went to the wrong live events. Let me go here to the community and we'll pull up the comments and then we can go to I like Andrew's comment right there from this show. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, man. I haven't answered comments for quite a while, so there's a ton of comments to go over. So let me see here. I'll go probably 2 months back, or until I see that there's some comments. Maybe if I answered, but I think it's been a couple of months since I answered. Yeah, there's obviously a ton. Yeah, here's some. Okay. Yeah, 2 months. Okay, so there we go. This is this is a video tour. Wow, when did I do this? A video tour of me at work. And this is Mirk 225. Yeah, Farm Boy says food, coffee, and then on to the beers. Yeah, I actually do have. Oh no, I'm not sharing the screen with you guys, am I? So on YouTube, let me share the screen here. I gotta just in case this isn't complicated enough. I have complicated it even more by sharing the screen on 2 different platforms, which is a little really crazy. Just want to make sure Facebook can see the same thing. Yeah, they can see the same thing. So, all right. Yeah, so they're seeing stuff. So everybody's on the same page right now. So as long as I stick to the comments and just kind of talk trash at the same time, we'll be all right. So let me blow this up just a little more so you guys can see real good here. Maybe I'll blow it up even more. There we go. Maybe even a little more just to make sure everybody. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Where were we? So here's Merc 225. This is 2 months ago, and this is from my video tour of me at work. This has been several years ago now, but how is P&D at ABF? ABF's the company I work for. Is it super crazy? Do you start out as a full-time driver or part-time? Have you been tempted to jump ship from another LTL carrier? Thanks in advance. No, never been tempted to jump ship, and I've only worked. P&D means pickup and delivery in our business, and pickup and delivery is some of the oldest part of trucking that there is. Before there was long haul trucking, all trucking when it started in its infancy, God, what 100+ years ago, was local. That's all it was, because we didn't have interstates and we didn't have all this stuff. There was no interstate highway system, so it was mostly local or regional. And you had guys like myself, a lot of small carriers that did P&D, pickup and delivery. And that's what you did. And that's the oldest part of trucking. It's how you get stuff, is guys like me that pick it up and deliver it. And that's the basis of it. In any case, and that's why you see a lot of us with our smaller trailers. Some LTL carriers will use 40-foot trailers, 35-foot, 40-foot, 42-foot, 45-foot, even some 50s and 53-footers. But a lot of us use the 28-foot trailers, especially in the city. It's so much easier. But in any case, I've only done pickup and delivery now for a year, and it's a year exactly. It was last February that I started doing pickup and delivery. I was a regional driver when I first moved here to Phoenix. I went from Phoenix to almost to Coachella, California, which is almost to Indio, California, every night. So I'm not super experienced with P&D. I'm getting there, but and when I was in Albuquerque, when I made this video, I mostly would every once in a while take a run up to the Four Corners, but I mostly just work the dock. And no, I've never been tempted. Let me put no. I've never been tempted to go with another carrier. There's a couple of thanks for the comment. There's a couple of us out there, and I'll give them credit, man. R&L is seems to be one of those carriers, and OD seems to be one of those carriers. If you're an over the road guy and you want to do more local stuff, you want to be home more often, and you still want to get paid a decent wage, that's the most important thing. LTL is the way to go, man. If you're going to run local, most of your truckload regional carriers. Okay, thanks, Tom. Yeah, Tom's in the chat on the Facebook side, and he's letting me know it looks pretty good. So thank you. But yeah, the LTL carriers are the ones that are going to, in my opinion, pay the best. I know right now our contract, the way our contract is, you start out at I think it's $16 an hour at my job as a casual. So if there's an ABF in your area and you're looking to pick up some extra work and you just want to be on call, maybe you're in college, whatever the case may be, and you just want some part-time work, depending on the terminal. Certain terminals will let you be a casual forever. They just need people on call, mostly weekend work. And if you're not really interested in ever being permanently hired, that might be. I've seen a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys, for whatever the reason. And I've seen guys be casual for 5, 6, 7, 9 years. You know what I'm saying? That's all they really want. And depending on your area, some terminals don't let you do that. Some terminals do. But whether you go union, which ABF we're union, or non-union, like R&L is non-union, OD is another fantastic carrier. There's some of us. My point is this: there's some of us. I would say those are the three. We happen to all be green too. We happen to all have a similar look, right? OD, which is Old Dominion, by the way. OD has green. They're white and green. R&L and us have very similar colors. A lot of people mix us up quite a bit. We have very similar colors. They're a different shade of green than we are. And so is OD, Old Dominion. They're a different shade of green. But we all kind of, it's kind of funny, huh? But I would say of all the carriers, we're the ones that a lot of people don't bounce around with. It's kind of an endpoint. Like once you get to OD, Old Dominion, I should just say Old Dominion, huh? Once you get to Old Dominion, I don't meet a lot of guys that come to us from Old Dominion. There's a few, but not many. They seem to treat people good over there. And the same with R&L. R&L seems to treat their people okay. I don't meet a lot of cats that used to work there. It happens, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like in general. So if that's Merc or Mike 225, hopefully that'll answer your question. And there's definitely there are some cats that will leave ABF, but we pay fairly decent. Not quite as high as UPS. I'll just be straight up with you. If you go to the parcel side of UPS, good luck to you trying to get on full time. You have a better shot getting on full time on the truck, on the LTL side, on the freight side of UPS. But you're going to have to go through the whole UPS system, man. They do things very precisely, very strictly. They have a set way they like you to do this and that and the other. Things are a lot more loose with us, compared to, but we also don't get paid quite as much as UPS. But the wages are still really good. I ain't quitting, that's for sure. But that's my 2 cents on that. In any case, we got 209 Jay Jones, man. Rams defense is effing joke, and they should be embarrassed. Hurry back, Talib. Wade Phillips is pure S. Well, I'm just gonna give my thumbs up. I'm just gonna give my thumbs up on that one. I'll kind of heart them as well on that one as well. I don't, I feel a very similar way. I've talked with other Rams fans that this was on the Kansas City Chiefs game that I went to. That was the Monday nighter. The Rams, hosted the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was that big shootout game. And coach says hands down best game ever. It was an amazing game. There was a lot of offense in that game. I thought there were some great defensive plays in that game, but yeah, the bottom line is if our defense was playing like they were towards the end of the season, the Kansas City wouldn't have had near as many points as they did, but still, it was an exciting game. It was an amazing game, and we did come out on top. I think overall the whole season, I thought it was a good season. I mean, overall, you got to the Super Bowl. We'll see if there's some comments on the Super Bowl here, and then I'll comment farther. But hey, just to get to the Super Bowl, play in that championship game is huge, man. I think you're a success. Even if you get there, the game itself wasn't that great, but we gave it our all. We have Mister on here. This is from Share a Beer 287. So not too terribly long ago. Missed you guys today. Sorry, watching pre-recorded episode. I love Uber. I have 5 rides at 20% off. I don't know if you got the discount. Okay. See you know about it. Are you an IPA person? I'm having a Stone IPA while watching this. I also see that you're into photography. I'm into audio production. I do a local program in Morro Bay at a low power FM station. Awesome, man. That's good to know, man. Yeah, I could definitely use some tips. Um, I'll heart that. I do like IPAs. That's for sure. So let me comment on that. Yeah, that's for sure. I do like IPAs. And yes, I have, whoops, a photographer. Whew, I have been a photographer for, let's see, wow, 12 years now. Yeah, I guess so. Started, well, 11 years. Yeah, for 11 years now, and love it. Yeah, so awesome, man. We have Joshua on here. Miss your beer reviews. I occasionally watch Share Beer, but I enjoy your beer reviews even more. They seem to be few and far between now. Please keep them coming. And this is for the review that I did on the 2018 Hop Butcher for the World Brewing Herbs in Horto. Or yeah, Horto, I think is how you say it. I have to chuckle because of anyway, but I think I get that a lot too, and I do mean to do them more often. It's just really tough, but I do mean to do them more often, and I should. I just haven't. Let me see. Occasionally watch. Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's see for. I will try to post more. In the future. I really do. I mean to do it. It's one of those things I kind of mean to do. I have my intention is there, but I end up doing it like in the share beer, right? I'll talk about different things, but I do. If someone when I do get beers in the mail, in packages or whatever, then I typically will definitely make time to do them. Let me see. Microsoft sends me back my three. Wow, that was a long time ago. I remember that. You remember when we were having, or those of us that used the Xbox 360, and we were having these huge issues with the 360. Wow. So Carl on that video, Jimmy Hoffa forever, brother. God bless the Teamsters and your candid report. Yes, FedEx sucks. They need to learn a thing or million from your union. Yeah, I think. Well, that's an explosive topic, right? Like there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with that, obviously, because there's definitely more non-union companies nowadays than there are union, right? But to each his own. Yeah, they I like to support union when I can, of course. It's harder and harder to do nowadays. I was just having a conversation with my BA, hell, just Friday. And for those that don't know, and you're not, familiar with how you, or at least how the Teamsters work, but you have a shop steward, and I think a lot of people have heard that term. And you've probably seen in your areas maybe a local union shop, right? Like local blah blah blah, local 100 or local 200 or local 104 or whatever the case may be, right? Inside those shops, you'll have a BA, or which is short for business associate or business. Yeah, I think it's associate. But in any case, that is the person that will go to the company, and they take care of you. Basically, it's kind of like your true union representative. Your shop steward is a representative in your barn or in your immediate workplace, but then you have your BA who can take care of your bigger issues for you. And so he was just there, and we were having a conversation about it. It used to be years ago, your local would put out, or maybe some locals still do. But the last two locals, well, the local I'm in now and the local I was in New Mexico, just kind of quit doing it. They used to put out a list at least once a year, and hey, support, union tries to support union. So, hey, these are other union products, try to support them. And it's getting harder and harder. I mean, like, it's the reason I wear Carhartt. You see in a lot of my videos, I wear Carhartt. I used to wear Carhartt, and I still do kind of wear Carhartt, not exclusively, but for my shirts, I still do wear them, even though they're not union made anymore. But they used to be, and that was a major reason why I wore Carhartt all the time. It was a major reason why I wore Red Wing shoes, Red Wing boots all the time, is because they were union. Not anymore. These things are made in Indonesia or in Madagascar or Lord knows where. They're made everywhere now. So it doesn't really, a lot of these things just, that's the way it is these days. So tougher and tougher, but I am a pretty diehard Teamster, that's for sure. I love my union, that's for sure. In any case, we have Jason right here. Moving on. Here's another beer review, and this is from the Rockbuyer Erbach. That's a darn good beer. Really looking forward to comparing this one to the Marzen. Good, man. So I'll heart that video there. It looks like I've been through a few of these already, so let me move on here. So it looks like I've been through a few of these. We've got this Share beer, and this this is $4.89. I remember this, and it's titled "A Shit Show." Dave G says, "Not sure what Zach is talking about with government interfering with Sierra Nevada sharing their new beer recipe with other breweries in a nationwide fundraiser to help relief efforts in California. I can't find anything about it online." Dave, that's the value of, I'll just heart this one because it's kind of tough to just type out that whole reply. Hopefully Dave watches this video, but it's in that particular episode, Zach was very specific. It's the value of having someone that owns a craft brewery on the show, not every week, but at least a couple times a month. We have the luxury of having Zach on there, so we can ask him directly, "Hey, what are you hearing? What's what?" And Zach knows this stuff because Zach was trying to jump in on that effort. Hey, yeah, let me jump in and try to help Sierra Nevada's efforts here. And that's how he knows all the red tape and stuff that was involved with it, the headache that it became. And so that's what I absolutely love about Share Beer, is that we have so many. Just take, for instance, we had that best breweries in the country. So we had someone, whoever they are, blah blah blah, Billy Joe, whatever his name was, compiled this list of all 50 states and what, in his opinion, was the best brewery in each state. Well, we have enough of a reach on the show where every state that we went down, we could call on somebody, hey, what do you think? Because that person is in that region of the country or has been or had something from that brewery in that. And so every one of the states, with the exception of, I think, Hawaii, uh, everybody had a very strong opinion on if that beer was the best in that state or what they felt was I mean, not necessarily the beer, the best brewery in that state. And that's the value of Share Beer. It's what I absolutely love about it is that we have so many different people that can chime in immediately about different things, and in a lot of cases from all over the world. Aaron Jenkins is on here, and let's see, live. Oh, I did a spirits review of the Kirkland Canadian whiskey versus Crown Royal years ago. And so he says it's a great whiskey. Crown is aged 12 years and Kirkland's is only aged 6. It would be awesome if they had a 12-year at Kirkland's. It sure would. I don't know that Mark's my kind of expert with that sort of thing. I depend on him for that. I don't since I made this video, I don't have any idea if maybe they do have a 12-year at this point. I don't know. A lot of people go to Costco far more than I do. I might go once or twice a year. So I don't really know. My value at Costco is still ordering online. I try to stay out of that store as much as possible. I feel like the value with Costco is ordering online. I can save a lot of money with them. I like some of their products, but you have to stay out of there, right? Because it's very common to walk out of there a couple $100 lighter, right? And that's, the intention on shopping at Costco, I feel, in my opinion, is to buy things in bulk, and they have good stuff at a great value. But if you're going in there, and some people go there every day, and you're dumping money in that place, you're not saving any money. You're spending more money. It becomes a water faucet coming out of your pocket, man, out of your wallet. That's just not good. So sometimes we can take advantage of a lot of the products that Costco sells at a discount and just have them shipped to you and stay out of the store because that's the biggest way to, I feel like I save money that way. So let me see. This is Share a Beer, $4.90. Left leg and right foot or left foot. Oh, I thought that was a good episode, man. So Dave G chimes in. Saturday NFL games air every year. It's always the last 2 to 3 weeks of the regular season. Yep, he's right. That was the episode where I think we asked the question, do you go when you're putting on your pants in the morning or whenever you're putting on pants or your shorts, do you go left leg first or do you go right leg first? When you put on your socks, do you go left foot or right foot? And a lot of people didn't really know. They had to think about it. And that's one of those things too, right? You have to think about it. And I think with me, I think I pretty much put on my pants right leg first. My pants or my shorts, I think I go right leg first, but my socks, I kind of alternate for some reason. So I don't necessarily go left foot or right foot first. It just kind of rotates back and forth all the time. So I don't know. We have Mr. Rainer 009 over here, malt liquor. And Robert's going label out. I'll give him a thumb up on those. And Dave G, craft beer. And I'm going to favorite that one. We have Blitz PIG on here. Malt liquor. He didn't go malt liquor. He go malt liquor. So I'll give him a thumbs up for that. Why not? And Dave G, craft beer. Thumb up and a heart for that one. We've got one of my oldest reviews on here, or just actually one of my most favorited or most viewed reviews, I think is what it is. But my review on Guinness, Darrow 2096. The can has 1.8 UK units of alcohol. That means it takes your liver 1.8 hours to process the alcohol. I like it better from the keg. When I was on holiday in Hawaii last year, there was a place that serves it. Snapper Sports Bar, I think it was called. Had fish and chips there almost every day I was there. Pitcher of Guinness for $16.95 plus tax. Can't go wrong. Holy smokes, 17 bucks for a pitcher of Guinness? God almighty, that's a lot, isn't it? Must have been spending upwards of $40 every time I was in there and watching the football. The football, that is. A football, that is. Oh, okay. So the football or a football is still not any way I would refer to it. I would have just said watching football in there, yeah. But I appreciate it, man. It's awesome to have people still commenting on that video, and I think it's been 10 years or so since I posted that video. I think that video is actually, I think if you run a search on Guinness, does it still pop up like that? Let's see if it still pops up like that. I think if you run the search on Guinness, is that still? It used to be at one point. That was my video used to be like one of the top searches for Guinness. Like if you're trying to pull up a video on Guinness, it used to be, and obviously not anymore. But it used to be. It used to be the top search, which was kind of cool. Hell, I think someone had that video on their website. I think some people said they might have saw that video in Total Wine, or there was some of my videos in Total Wine at one point. Pretty cool stuff, man. You have some other very long comments here. Oh, on that same video. I'll just heart them. Those are pretty long comments. Let's see. I hate to just skip them. Let's see. It isn't too expensive to have it on tap at home. You probably could do it for about $1,000. The most expensive part of it would be the kegerator that would set you back at least $600. The gas, not including the cylinder, about $40. All right. I'm not that interested in having Guinness that much. So let me see this comment. Oh, this is on that same episode, the 490, the left, right, left, left foot or right foot, and all that. And Corin Russell says, "Why Joe D didn't grow hairs?" I don't know, man. I don't know if he means like grow a pair and speak up about something, or why I'm just bald and I don't grow, literally don't grow any hair on my head anymore. I don't know, man. That's kind of, I don't know. Me and George Costanza both have the same issue, right? Like you're just bald. Like, what are you gonna do? This is the same Guinness video. Great review. Thank you. My brother-in-law hates white people. Seriously? Oh my God. Let me see. So we have my Murphy Stout review. Darrow commented on that one as well. I have had both. Guinness tastes slightly better, though Murphy's is cheaper to buy by the keg. Awesome, man. I have to comment on that name. That screen name is hilarious. Because it is funny. That's what makes you actually come up with that for your screen name? My brother-in-law. Like that's not even him, but my brother-in-law hates white people. What is that about, man? Um, this is also the Guinness review here. I'm Irish. This is such a way. I don't know how to say that completely. I'm Irish, living in America the last year. It's completely different in Ireland. The taste. Also, this guy butchered the pouring. It made me cringe that ain't it, Chief. And finally, hold it up to the light. It's a dark red. It ain't black. Pour that baby slowly, not so fast, you lunatic. Oh, that's an awesome comment, man. I love that. Uh, I love that, man. That is awesome, man. Yeah, I like when people don't hold back, man. Give me your opinion. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like your opinion matters. Love it. Um, that was good. It is. I hope to one of these days go to. Uh, Let me see. If you're putting in Guinness review, you're on the first page. Oh, okay. So Tom says that I'm on the first page. If you type in Guinness review. Cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, okay. And he's also asking what kind of coffee you drinking, Joe. Right now I am. This is the last drink actually. Right now I'm drinking. I think it's an African. I'm trying to think of the country from Africa, but it's an African coffee I'm drinking right now. Currently. So this is on my unboxing video of the Amazon Echo Link. I don't even know if some of you even heard of an Echo Link, but I do have one, and I use it occasionally. I don't use it that much, but here's Andrew on here. Hey Joe, I will be working again this weekend. We'll make the share repair show again. Thank you, Andrew. And Coach says we miss you, Andrew. And then there's a big back and forth. There's a big love fest. And Dave says, thank you for the update. I won't be able to make it either. Okay, so there's a bunch of updating on whether people are going to make the show or not. Coach says here on the same video, I like it when you do these videos. Love hearing your opinion. I guess I already covered these already because I must have did some of this a little bit. Yeah, I remember some of these videos came out. When I posted them, I was able to answer comments right away, so I did. Oh, and this is on my answering comments video from 12/21 of last year. Let me see. Oh, I just shrunk the screen there a little bit, didn't I? Joe, I need to get back over to Total Wine and see if they have Flathers Black Helicopter Stout Saturday. Cool. Dave G here says, cheers, Joe. On the same video, we have Joshua said, cheers, Joe. Absolutely no shame in the live beer reviews. I agree. It keeps the reviews honest and it's easier. Your beer reviews have inspired me to broaden my palate and really get into trying new types of beers. Very few other beer reviewers seem to do it quite like you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. And I did comment here on his comment there, or reply to his comment. So this is on my beer review. The next couple of comments are on that same one from Hop. You gotta love the name, right? Hop Butcher for the World Brewing Company. Reply hazy. Try again. This is the first great review, Joe D. Right on. Thank you, man. That's from TD Burris. He jumps in occasionally, in the chat at least. Says, I want some Hop Butcher, man. Hop Butcher beer. Yeah, I would like some more. I've actually still got two in there. I've been waiting to crack open. I probably will crack one open later on. Coach jumps on here and says, good job. Let me see. We've got Coach on here from Share a Beer 491. Wish I had more time to join. You guys are honestly the best. What, 200, 255, 29 when Bum calls you that name. I'm not sure what that was. That must be show 255. And possibly 29 when Bum called. We must have been talking about something in that. I don't exactly recall what that is now. Sometimes boy, we talk about so much in these darn shows, and then some of them go for hours, obviously. So it's like it's hard to remember every single, especially when you wait as long as I do to reply to some of these comments. You start forgetting stuff. Jason here, he's back. So that must be just in reply to me doing an actual beer review. This is another, Young's Double Chocolate, my Young's Double Chocolate Stout review. Coach says that's the timestamp on the video. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you go, okay, I get it. So that's 2 hours and 55 minutes and 29 seconds, and that's when Bum calls me that name. Sports Fan says, Joe, I recently had one of these. This is the Young Doubles Chocolate. Joe, I recently had one of these, and I don't know if mine was different compared to yours because the bottle cap had a different design. Mine was white with a ram head, but it was the same company. Very good beer. Would highly recommend drinking. Again, stouts are definitely my favorite. Yeah, that is an absolute fantastic beer. Whoops. Yeah, I spelled it wrong, but it corrected me. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I still will occasionally buy some Young's Double Chocolate. It definitely does what it says on the label, right? You buy something, you definitely want to get a big chocolate taste, right? If you don't get what's on the label, kind of like this one here, right? Like this is a review of the Reds Blueberry Ale. If I crack that open and I'm not tasting any blueberry, you know, you're like this was a fail, right? You're like, come on, man. Mason says that was a man sip. That was almost a chug. I get a lot of comments on the way I drink a beer. That's or the way I sip a beer, quote unquote. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I have a hard time just cracking one open and not just getting what I call a solid drink, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Dig in. This is my open box of the 40D when I first bought it, which is years ago now. I bought it as a kit. It was the Canon 40D with the 28 to 135 image stabilized lens kit. And he says price BTA. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. Price to, I think that's initials, right? BTA, but I don't know what them other words are. I'm not sure. Moving on, we've got Share a Beer Show 491 here. Dave says, I love how we, the craft beer drinkers, are in the minds of these malt liquor clowns. They feel the need to address us in their videos while taking time away from their malt liquor and precious label. We and great tasting craft beer are winning. You gotta love that. Yeah, that's funny. Hey, it's by having the malt liquor report, that kind of gives them permission to jump in on the Share a Beer show. It's something they've always wanted to do, and they just need an excuse. So by us talking about malt liquor, that gives them a reason to jump in, especially since we have a malt liquor report, and we welcome them to try to get on and defend themselves at some point. And it's coming. I imagine it's coming. They will jump in live, and that'll bring a whole nother element to this thing, I think, right? So this was the Share a Beer show, late Christmas 2018 edition. Mr. Chimes in here in a comment. Try Firestone Walker's Generation 1. I'm sorry. It's amazing. Okay, I'll have to give that one a shot. This is the beer review. Dale's Pale Ale. Oh, wow. That was one of the first times I had Dale's Pale Ale. That's been years ago. Jason chimes in. It has more IBU than Celebration, but you can hardly taste the bitter. It's Dale's Pale is solid. You know what? I haven't had and I haven't had it and haven't had it in a while, and it's about time that I pick up a what is that? 4 packs or 6 packs? I'm due to pick some up. Yeah, because that is a solid beer, and I'm due to pick. It is good. I really enjoy it. This is from that Herbs and Horto again. Mr. says, "Hey Joe, thanks for posting these beer reviews. I happened to brew my own beer as a hobby. I'm not doing it right now because I'm busy with school and everything else. But yeah, yeah, it's there. We've met a lot of people that we were able to inspire, or it's something they were already doing, and now they chimed in on the show, or in on the, you know, from watching the reviews. You know, they started home brewing, and it's a fun thing to do. I don't do it, but you know, I have many other things to do. So I already have enough things to do. I already have enough expensive hobbies. Dear God. Drinking the beer is expensive enough, right? Time consuming enough. iMac won't install this is hilarious. Won't install OS 10.6 or 10.7 Lion, for Christ's sake. How long ago is that? Just to give you a reference, I am running, let me see here. Whoops. I accidentally hit Siri. Oh my God. What am I on now? Let me see about this Mac. I am running at 10.14.3, for Christ's sake, right now, and mine just updated, so that shows you how old that video is. This is 10.6. I'm running 10.6 or 10.7, and I'm running 10.14 in the third version of it, for Christ's sake. And Ashem said, "Please help me fix my iMac. I can't detect internal hard drive. How can I fix this? Please help me." Brother, I hope you got this fixed, because I have no idea, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. I feel really bad because when you have some sort of problem like that, man, it sucks, right? Oh, these are from my the New Year's shows that we did. And Farm Boy chimed in. He's in the chat right now, or he was earlier. Hell yes, Joe, you're the man, brother. And I chimed in there already on that one. And there's another comment. Happy New Year, Joe. Chimed in on that. I think these are all from that, and I think I already answered these comments. Um, oh, and Chasing Classic Whiskeys says it's one of those pictures in the background on your wall, Phyllis Hyman. Hyman. No, not quite sure who Phyllis Hyman is. If it's someone famous, we're going to look them up right now. No. Wow. Let me see. Let me look at my wall here. Who does that look like? Oh, I could kind of see some resemblance with one girl at least. Yeah. No, it's not though. Oh, Phyllis Hyman. I know. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Duh. All right, my memory was jogged now. I know exactly. Yeah, I liked her music. I actually liked her music. That how can I not remember that? Yeah, I liked her music. It was pretty good. Um, let's see. No, it's not. These are all models that I've. These are all images I've shot myself. No, I have. Yeah, but she was a great singer. Let's see. Happy New Year. That was those New Year's episodes that we did. So Heart That Basement Beer chimed in there. Let's see. That was another New Year's comment. Happy New Year, Joe. Looking forward to another great year. Share a beer. We'll comment. Oh, look at this. We had the tasting ninja on here, man. She's pretty cool. I used to watch some of her videos occasionally. We used to have some years ago. We used to have some communication. She's pretty big too, man. She does some cool videos. I haven't watched her stuff in quite some time. She chimed in on the I think she's in France or something like that, isn't she? She chimed in on Share Beer Show 493, which is not that long ago. I got this queued up for watching, but wanted to drop in a hey beforehand. Can't wait to watch the live stream next go around. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. If you haven't seen the tasting niche, man, she's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna pull up her stuff here. She does very interesting videos. She's beautiful. That doesn't hurt. But yeah, this is her channel. Check out her stuff, man. She's pretty cool. Does a lot of different stuff, and she knows other female beer reviewers from across the pond, and uh, very interesting take on things. And I haven't watched her in quite some time, man, but she is pretty good and has a more well, she has a different. And she gets around and she does more sorts of beer things and yeah, check her out if you have a chance. That's cool that she chimed in, man. I haven't had any communication with her for a while, so that's oops. Yeah, and great hearing from you. It's been a while, so yeah, I hope to hear from her again, man. We should get together and do something, man. We haven't done nothing at any point together. So, 209 J Jones is chiming in there. Morning malt liquor. I don't know, man. How early in the morning can you have malt liquor? What's the is that like only after 12 sort of thing? Because that do you have to wait till then? Here's the unboxing on the Amazon Echo link. David he's chiming in there. So, what can you do with it? that's that's still kind of the question, right, Dave? It's Abel chimes in. Say you have a surround system and you're watching the game, but you want to listen to Drake using your regular Echo device. Normally, you would have to switch inputs to get to the Echo device and listen to music. But you don't want to switch inputs because you're watching the game too. This serves as a pass through. It will mute the TV sound and play music from the same input and at a higher quality with the digital signal out. Definitely overpriced though. That's one explanation of it. Let me that's one it's kind that's one great way to use it. Um, that's not their intention though. Their intention, the intention of this, okay, is literally for two-channel audio. When you're in a two-channel environment, when you're in a pure two-channel audio environment, you don't have a screen, right? And a lot of those don't have built-in streaming capability. A lot of two-channel purists will use older. Maybe you have an old vintage system, so you could use this to be able to bring streaming capability. Oh, we got Havana in here too. You could bring streaming capability to your older receiver or integrated amp. You might have something that it's from the 1970s, 1980s, and you want to bring the modern era into it. This is a easy way to do that. Plus, it has a darn good DAC in it for the money. And so that's a value in and of itself. So you could bring decent streaming capability. It's a decent streamer. It has a decent DAC, and you're able to bring in all the Echo ecosystem into it as well. So like myself, I've got, I don't know, 7 or 8 different Echo devices around the house. Like a while ago today, I was doing laundry, posted a video about, with me cooking this morning. So while I'm cooking breakfast, I'm playing music around the whole house. That also integrated my stereo system because of that Echo Link. I can tell my Echo device, hey, play music. I can tell it to play blah, blah, blah music, or just tell, hey, play music, and it will pick something for me and play it in the whole house. In my everywhere group, which includes my stereo system. I do have an old stereo system from 1990, which of course that predates internet streaming. And I could and probably will eventually hook this to that one of these days. Or I do have an integrated amp that I might or might not buy that don't have streaming capability in it either, so I might hook that up to it. That's its actual intention, is to hook it to something. They also have one that is powered. This one isn't powered, so they have one that has a 60-watt amp in it, and then you could hook up speakers directly to it. Which is a value there. So then you don't need anything. All you need is that small little Echo Link, and you can wirelessly you hook up any speakers to them, and then boom. These speakers that I have behind me, I'll stop the sharing right now, and you can see the screen. At least if you're on YouTube, these speakers that I have behind me are 30 years old. I could hook those to a powered Echo Link. I forget what they call that one, but there is one that has 60 watts of power going to it. Doesn't sound like a lot, guys, but you know what? 60 watts can be enough out of high resolving speakers to really get some decent sound out of them. It doesn't, it's not necessarily all in the wattage, right? But that can be enough to get some decent sound out of there. And if all you really want is to stream Spotify or Amazon Music or Apple Music, you can stream a lot of things through your Echo devices now. That might be a higher quality way of doing it. So it's kind of interesting. So it's not for everybody though. And that's why it's not as popular as other things these days, because it's not for everybody. It's not. It's gear. If you're a 2-channel nerd, or you find yourself getting into 2-channel audio, you'll eventually find this device. It's a cheaper, lower, high quality DAC. Lower by meaning affordable, not necessarily the best DAC you can get, but it's a better DAC than some, not all, but it's an easy way to get your old receiver or integrated amp into the 20th century. So it's that kind of device. It's not for everybody. It's for a niche group of folks. But there's also other things that you can do with something as well, and that Abel pointed out a very good solution as well. So let's get back to these comments real quick, and we'll try to knock some of these out before this is, let me see, present to everyone. There we go. So let me see here. We've got, this one is the Michelob Amberbach. Wow, that burrito though. I must have had a burrito on that review. Yeah, so I don't remember, but yeah, and this is on the same one. Obviously, that's a lot of angry faces right there, and then in between there's a couple little nicer faces, but then the rest of them are pretty angry. I don't know. I'll give them a thumbs up. I don't know what all that means now, but haven't seen that one in a long time. That's not how you pour. This is a comment on my Guinness review. That I have gotten so I've gotten that exact comment so many times over the years. Thanks for letting me know. And for watching. Yeah, I obviously know that's not how you pour it now. I made that video when I was first getting into craft beer, into different beers. I didn't know anything about it. I just thought, hey, let me post some videos and with my opinion on it. This is the review on Hobgoblin Dark English Ale. Randy says only a fat effing loser laughs at his own poor jokes. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, man. I am that kind of big effing loser. Yeah, like that's the whole point. Like, yeah, and I'm still laughing at him. Yeah, I don't even know what I said, but I can just imagine, right? I'll still tell him thanks for commenting like it. I appreciate all the comments, man. I do. I don't take any of this stuff too seriously, man. Some people can get all pissed off, but he's right. Yeah, I mean, I am fat. There's no doubt about that. I talk about me being fat all the time. I am a loser. Just you can ask quite a few people. They'll tell you, yeah, he's a fat effing loser. Yeah, ask anybody in the malt liquor community. They'll tell you, yeah, he is a fat effing loser. And he does laugh at his own damn jokes, man. Yeah, okay, there you go. So this is from Share a Beer Show 493. Dave, Joe, you're acting just like Congress with the Share a Beer shutdown. I must. Oh my God. So this must be the show where possibly was that maybe the last show before I went on my vacation, and we didn't have share beer for a few weeks. That is funny. I'm gonna have to bring that up. That's a great way of looking at that. I'm gonna have to. Um, yeah, thanks for. I hadn't. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it. Like, and we're debating about doing it again, right? I hadn't thought about it. I'm gonna have to bring it up on another show in the future for sure. That's a great topic. I love that. And I kind of did like a share a beer shutdown right there. It's exactly what I did, wasn't it? That's hilarious, man. And we've had a few of them. I'm kind of like, boom, that's it. We're shutting it down. That's it. We're like we're shutting down the government. Like that's it. That's hilarious. Yeah, Coach says, yeah, I laugh at your jokes. He says, you're not a loser. The CBC and the MLDC couldn't agree. So President Joe had a shutdown. That's the way that works. This is Sam Adams Imperial series. Oh, yeah. hmm Joe Rhodes says, isn't there a Scotch ale, Wee Heavy? I don't see these beers anymore where I live. I don't remember them being very good. They were decent. I think was there four of them altogether. Um, I remember my recollection is there was a couple of them at least that were pretty darn boozy, and I think they were only 8 or 9%. I say only, but there's other um breweries that even at that time now even now Sam Adams brews some specialty beers that are pretty darn tasty. um I think this was the early days of them doing these sort of beers, these imperial series, and I think they've gotten much better over the years. um this is the Hobgoblin review again. Oh man, love the beer glass. I'm drinking from a Sam Adams glass right now, just like yours, except mine doesn't have the blue rings like yours. I remember drinking this one and really didn't like it. I remember it being very carbonated and pretty dry and bitter. And now I'm wondering if it was a shelving date issue. I'll have to try it again. Fun review. Yeah, that's a good comment, man. I love it. Yeah. Whoa. What happened there? Whoa. That thing took off on me, didn't it? Thanks for your opinion, man. I really appreciate it. All right. But let me just get through a couple more of these and then we'll end it, man. This is a lot, isn't it? We have Guinness on here again. Alcohol content is 4.1. Yep. Absolutely. We have Greg Oswald on here, and this is for the the Rybogger Urbach again. 6:30. I don't know what happened at 6:30, but and then we've got the Patriots versus the Rams in the Super Bowl. Aaron says, "Congrats to your Rams, Joe. Hope they stomp the Patriots." Well, there's our Super Bowl comment. Now look, We all know by now the Patriots beat us. They are the champs again, and look, if you want to beat the great, if you want to, well, you have to beat greatness, right? The Patriots are great. They're all time. You're playing the GOAT. Uh, what I feel like is the best quarterback of all time. You've got to be 100% on. You can't come into it even 98%. If you want to win it all, you've got to beat the greatest. You've got to be great. You've got your coaches have to be on, and your players have to be on. I felt like our players were on to a certain extent, but the coaching wasn't quite there that day. And that's the way it goes. All sides have to be on. We've got another Super Bowl comment. We'll cover that one. I am an Eagles fan, but on Super Bowl Sunday, I'll be a Rams fan for the day. Hope they win it, Joe. Tom, if you're reading this comment, F Tom Brady and F the Patriots. Oh man, that's hilarious. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, man. We'll kind of end it there. It was a lot of comments, and but I do appreciate it. This is the first ever doing a double stream like this on Facebook and on. I wish there was a way on Facebook though to flip back and forth like we do on YouTube. Because on YouTube you're not just looking at the comments, now you're looking at me. I guess I could go back to here and that way you guys can at least watch this screen and see something that'll be kind of live here in a second, but it's kind of on delay when you do it like that for Facebook. On YouTube you're watching me live right now, but I can have a beer on here now, though. I've had this Budweiser sitting here next to me. I wasn't sure if I had this before. Maybe some of you guys could tell me, but the Budweiser with the Jim Beam, the copper lager, I think I did, but I saw it and I couldn't remember if I did or not. Jeez, man, this beer, and maybe you'll see it in your store, maybe you won't, but this particular one for a 6-pack was $8.99, man. What? It has a cool cap though. I like the cap on this one. I love that like copper color-ish sort of cap. Honestly, if I was still making, I like the cap. It is kind of cool. I like the kind of copper tone. It's not as orangey as a real copper. It's not copper penny. It's more of a gold sort of copper, right? But let's pour it, man, and see what we get. See what we get. Some awesome smoke. This will be the first time double streaming and trying to get awesome smoke on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Oh, yeah! Woo! Eat it, Neri. Look at that. Eat it. That's the first time Neri has to eat the smoke, man. Eat it on both Facebook and on YouTube. Note that one down, man. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. That is a beautiful looking beer, though. Hey, baby, how you doing? Just saying. First time we use the voice on both platforms at the same time. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. You can see the face in the beer. It's not a bad looking beer. Let me get a picture though, just in case. Like I said, just in case I haven't done this one yet. I gotta get the Sadiq picture in here. By the way, let me see, because you don't get the picture and that's it. Curtains for you. So let's see here. Boop boop. There we go. All right. So I'll give you my first reactions. I don't remember having this. Maybe I have. Salute. Let's see. Wait, well, no. Okay, there's a real bright caramel sort of. There's a little hint of there's a lot of caramel. I'm getting a lighter caramel sort of smell. a big, sweet, kind of malty-ish sort of, and a lighter whiskey sort of smell. Interesting. Huh. It's thin. I mean, look at it, guys. Come on. I mean, let's not, you know, it's not, but I have to admit, it's one of, Budweiser's done a few of these specialty beers now, right? With their name brand, their main Budweiser name on it. I have to give it credit. This is one of the better ones. It's funny too because when the clerk at the store, the cashier, whatever you want to call him, was ringing mine, it was ringing this 6-pack up because I bought it this morning at the supermarket, and he commented. He goes, "This one's really good, actually." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm not a Budweiser guy, but he goes, this one's pretty good." And I was like, "Hmm." And he's right. It's actually not bad. If I was rating it, I'd give it like a half a thumb. it's it's still thin. It's still and you know what? I think here 6.2%, man. 6.2% ABV. Um Aged on real tell you what, let's pull it up on the Untapped here. I think, yeah, they can see the Untapped as well. So let's go to the Untapped. There we go. Let's see. So let's see. Ooh, there's Treehouse Brewing right there. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. So let's pull this up here. Let's see. Let's see. Budweiser. It's always EI, right? Budweiser Copper. There we go. Copper is a Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to share the screen here. Boy, I got to keep on top of this. So we'll share the screen here. There we go. And so we've got, yeah, I guess I don't have one logged at least. If I did have it, I don't have one logged. 39,000 ratings on here, 2,000 in the last 30 days. Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager, classified as an amber, 6.2% ABV, no IBUs rated, and a 3.2, which is actually pretty good for Budweiser. This is a flavorful American copper lager brewed with 2-row barley malt and aged on real Jim Beam bourbon barrel staves for a toasted oak aroma and deliciously nutty taste with caramel rye and vanilla notes and a smooth finish. Now, you can take a look at the photos here that other people have posted to get you a better look at the label and a better look at the beer from different glasses and environments that people have had it in. It does have that kind of reddish hue to it, as you can see here. Ooh, Star Wars, nice. As you can see here, I it's not bad if you want to. It's not bad. It's not horrible, at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, I'd give it like half a thumb. I'd agree with the 3.2 rating, at least. Let's put it that way. They rated it 3.2. At least it gets that common rating out of 5 bottle caps. I'd give it a 3. Yeah, it's not bad. This beer's room temperature right now, just slightly cool to the cheek. It's been out the whole time. It's been out an hour, so I'm getting all the flavor out of it. It's not bad. I'd buy it again. Not at $9. For $9, I'm going to buy some good craft beer. If this was priced at a regular Budweiser price, I would imagine they're charging $9, $8.99. I would imagine they're charging that just because it has Jim Beam on the label, so they feel like they can charge a premium. Neither one of those two products are very expensive products, right? You can buy Jim Beam, a fifth of Jim Beam, I want to say for what, 15 to 18 bucks. Am I right? I feel like you can, at least. And your standard 6-pack run of Budweiser runs about $7. I don't feel like it's worth anything more than $7. Isn't it somewhere in that $7 price range, a 6-pack of Budweiser in the bottle? I'd if there were even $1 cheaper, if it were $7.99, I think I would buy it again. At $8.99, I ain't buying it again. It's not bad, but at $8.99 a 6-pack, there's a lot better beer for the money. But if you're already a Bud drinker, or you drink, but Coors and those other beers, and you're going somewhere, maybe you're going to somewhere where people do drink craft beer, and you really don't know what to buy because you're not real familiar with all the craft beer. Pick some of this up. I wouldn't be hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you showed up with a 6-pack of the Copper Lager, I'd be all right with that. Yeah, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? I'd give you a pat on the back. All right, man. All right, I see your effort. Okay. Right. Is it as good as the Bud American Ale? Not quite. As you can see, the head's already gone. You slur it around a little bit, and you'll get some fizz back, but not. The Bud American Ale was fairly a decent beer, and it was priced right as well. I think at the time, 16-ounce bottles, I think, because you had the long neck bottles for that, and I think they were in that $7 range, $7.99 or $6, somewhere $7.50. I think that's what it was priced at per 6-pack. Now, this has been several years ago now, but not quite as good as that. But it's not bad. I like the actual that sweetness that's in there. It's not overly sweet. It's not offensive. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Another topic for another day. I don't remember, and the thing I keep forgetting, someone's gonna have to remind me to talk about the Budweiser ingredient label. I don't remember if that was on here or not. It's not on the bottle, but they made a big deal about in their commercials. Budweiser, or Bud Light at least, has the ingredient label, and they you remember they were shooting in the commercial. They were shooting people with the Bud Light ingredient label on there with the and he's like, "Did you ever think just to tell them about it?" I mean, oh yeah, they're like shooting to make sure people had it. Oh boy. In any case, we're out here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody's support, and we'll try to keep the shutdowns to a minimum. I didn't think about it like that, but that's great. I love that. We're gonna have to bring that up in another show, man. That is awesome. Thank you for those that chimed in and in the chat. We had Havana, we had Coach, we had 209, we had Tom. There was a bunch of people in the chat, actually. We had Farm Boy in there earlier. Hans was in there, man. I didn't see Hans, man. He said finally a coffee show. Yeah, I was wanting Hans to get in yesterday. I didn't see him. Yesterday I had some Miami specific topics to talk about, but since he wasn't in there, it didn't mean anything, right? But thanks to everybody that supports these videos. I really appreciate it. Just by watching, you're supporting this all these videos, and I appreciate it. Take care, you guys. We'll see you. Peace out. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good luck to you during the week, man. I think we all need it, right?